Welcome to DeKei Studio.
We are a team of Vietnamese creators with a deep passion for our nation's history and culture. Through this channel, we hope to share the beauty of Vietnamese heritage with audiences both at home and around the world. Today, we're excited to launch a video series that explores traditional Vietnamese legends and folk tales, stories that have been passed down through generations and continue to shape our cultural identity. As a young and growing team, we know there may still be areas for improvement, so we truly welcome your kind feedback and suggestions to help us do better. If you'd like to support us, feel free to click like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated with our newest videos. And if you enjoy our content, you can help us reach more people by sharing this video with your friends and loved ones. Continuing our journey through the world of Vietnamese legends and folklore, let's now explore the tale of the Legend of Saint Giong, also known as the Legend of Phu Dong Heavenly King. The Legend of Saint Giong. Long ago, during the 6th reign of the Hung Kings in ancient Vietnam, in a peaceful village at the foot of Soc Mountain, there lived a humble elderly couple. They were kind-hearted and hard-working, but their only sorrow was that they had no children despite many years of yearning and praying to the heavens. One day, as the woman was working in the field, she came across an unusually large footprint. Curious, she placed her foot into the print, and soon after she found herself with child. She carried the child for many months and then many more until 3 full years had passed. Finally, she gave birth to a baby boy. But to their astonishment, the child neither cried nor laughed, nor did he show any sign of movement or speech. He simply lay in his crib, silent and still, year after year. The villagers found it odd, and some even pitied the old couple. But the parents loved their son dearly and cared for him with unwavering devotion. 3 more years passed. One day, news came that the northern invaders were marching south, threatening the kingdom. The king sent messengers throughout the land, calling for warriors and patriots to rise and defend their homeland. As the royal envoy passed through the village announcing the decree, something miraculous happened. The silent child, now 3 years old, suddenly sat up in his crib and spoke for the very first time. He asked his startled mother to call the king's messenger. The villagers were astonished. The boy, once thought to be mute and motionless, now spoke with clarity and purpose. When the royal messenger arrived, the boy declared with great conviction, "Tell the king I will fight the invaders, but I need an iron horse, an iron suit of armor, and an iron rod as my weapon." The messenger, though stunned, relayed the message to the king. Intrigued and desperate for a hero, the king agreed and ordered his blacksmiths to forge the finest iron horse, armor, and rod in the kingdom. Meanwhile, the boy's appetite grew ravenous. He ate basket after basket of rice, whole chickens and jars of soup, yet he was never full. The once frail child grew rapidly into a tall and muscular young man, his body glowing with energy and strength. When the weapons and armor were ready, the king sent them to the village. The young man, now towering and mighty, donned the armor with ease. He mounted the iron horse, which miraculously snorted fire and thundered with life. With the iron rod in hand, he rode off toward the battlefield, leading the charge against the invading forces. The northern invaders were ruthless and strong, but they were no match for the hero now known as Giong. With each swing of his iron rod, he sent enemy troops flying. His horse breathed fire, scorching the battlefield. The enemies panicked and fled, but Giong chased them relentlessly. When his iron rod broke, he uprooted bamboo from the forest and used it as a weapon, striking down the invaders with unstoppable fury. Giong's bravery inspired the people, and together they crushed the foreign army and reclaimed peace for the kingdom. Once the battle was won, Giong rode his horse up to the summit of Soc Mountain. There, before the eyes of villagers and soldiers, he ascended into the sky, returning to the heavens from which he was believed to have come. The people were in awe. They built a temple at the foot of Soc Mountain to honor him and named him Saint Giong. To this day, he is remembered as one of the 4 immortals of Vietnamese mythology, a symbol of patriotism, strength, and divine protection. Each year, villages across Vietnam, especially in the north, celebrate Giong's victory with grand festivals. They reenact the battle, carry symbolic bamboo weapons, and sing songs of his courage. Through these traditions, the legend of Saint Giong lives on, teaching new generations the values of loyalty, bravery, and love for the motherland. Saint Giong was not just a hero of strength, but of destiny. He came when the people needed him most and left when peace was restored. His tale reminds us that even the quietest soul may be carrying a divine purpose, waiting for the right moment to awaken and shine.